Welcome to the first episode of ARK podcast. In today's episode, we have Samina, our senior project manager and safeguarding focal person. With nearly a decade in public health, Samina has been instrumental in embedding safeguarding practices into our work culture and project delivery. She is here to reflect on her journey and what safeguarding looks like in action. Welcome, Samina.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Let's start with the basics. What does safeguarding mean to you, and why is it important in our context?
Generally, to me, safeguarding is about creating a safe, respectful, and accountable environment for everyone, our staff, our research participants, and the communities we work with. It's not just about responding to harm, but preventing it by embedding values of dignity, inclusion, and empathy into our work. At ARK Foundation, we deal with sensitive topics and vulnerable populations. So, having strong safeguarding systems is not optional, it's essential.
Amazing. You have led safeguarding training across the organization. What do you focus on in those sessions?
Our trainings are normally practical and grounded, and so we cover recognizing signs of abuse, how to report incidents confidentially, and how to ensure our team and participants feel secure. And we also explore the risk involved in our work, like how we handle participants' data or how we support staff in emotionally demanding roles. I always ensure it's not a once-off event. We follow up with mentoring and refresher sessions.
Right. I'm sure you've faced challenges while implementing safeguarding policies. What are some of those, especially in field settings?
Generally, our major challenge is making safeguarding real for people, right? Moving beyond policies into everyday practice. So, in some cases, there's hesitation to speak up or confusion about what constitutes a safeguarding concern. So, I work to build trust and clarity, making sure everyone, like from senior staff to field teams, understands both their rights and responsibilities. And another challenge is adapting safeguarding approaches to different contexts, like rural versus urban, formal versus informal sectors.
And how have you integrated gender and inclusivity into your safeguarding and project leadership roles?
This is really a very good question. Actually, every project I manage includes gender analyses like gender lens and a focus on marginalized voices. For example, I make sure our planning stages like ask who might be excluded or whose needs might be overlooked. And we then design around that. I also prioritize women's leadership through targeted mentoring, leadership training, and encouraging women to take visible roles in our teams. And that builds actually equity into the foundation of the work.
That sounds really inspiring. You've led many capacity building initiatives. What's your approach to mentoring younger or less experienced colleagues?
I believe in consistent hands-on support always. I don't just assign tasks. I check in, provide feedback, and stay always available. I try to stay always available. And I have also designed structured mentorship programs and training sessions to help staff build leadership, time management, and communication skills. It's rewarding to see junior researchers gain confidence and take on more responsibility over time.
I'm sure your juniors love you. Safeguarding sometimes might feel like a compliance issue. How do you make it part of organizational culture?
That's a really great question. Culture shift happens when safeguarding is owned by everyone, not just the focal person. I advocate for accountability frameworks, transparent reporting systems, and real consequences for misconduct. At the same time, we celebrate positive behavior and leadership that prioritizes safety and respect. It becomes a mindset, not just a policy.
Great. Finally, what advice would you give to others trying to strengthen safeguarding in their organization?
Of course, start with listening. Understand the specific risk in your context and the barriers people face in speaking up. And build training that's relevant and accessible. Then follow through. Safeguarding, it's not a one-time activity. It requires ongoing assessment, openness to change, and strong leadership that models the values we expect from others.
Amazing. That was such an insightful session. Thank you, Samina, for sharing your insight and dedication to safeguarding. Your leadership shows how we can create not only safer workplaces, but more effective and inclusive ones too. For more stories from ARK, stay tuned and follow us on social media.